Just just make faces at the camera until he fixes it. He fixed it. We're back. Everyone can hear us. So we were saying, Mark is in trouble. He is a gold 380C playing against Waffle Wheel in the Masters Elo. This is going to be no compromises playing against secretly Acid's team, and that's really the way it be, because Acid, being that all-pro jungler from mid league, that first team all-pro jungler, playing up against his own top laner CVR Rutledge in this match tonight.
Yeah, so I'm gonna assume that everyone heard nothing. So, game one, we had a very exciting game from, it was Chocolate Mooncake, I do believe. So Chocolate Mooncake will be going against the winner of this game 2 in our game 3, which will be right after this game. So first, we have to see who's going against Chocolate Mooncake, whether it's no compromises, whether it's secretly Acid's team.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. And honestly, we have some heavy hitters from across all the leagues tonight. Like we said, CBR Rutledge and CBR Acid, who in their own rights realistically could probably hold their own in Heavy League. Playing with actual Heavy League superstars like Kiwi and Waffle Wheel, this is going to be huge. And even our Light League players, like, these are some of the most stacked Light League players that I've ever seen. And I didn't even mention Baka. Acid, being like this touted strong jungler, is up against a Diamond 1 Baka. So we're going to see if Acid truly could keep up in the high elo leagues. On the opposite side of the bracket, we've actually got, while we're completely ignoring the actual draft that's been going on, we've got...
We're good at this!
Yeah, we're very good at this. We have a few Light League players who've miraculously made their way to Platinum 1. We've got Bleeding Wolves and Futsukushi. I practiced that. I just wanted to say it.
I did not. I'll be calling him food.
But yeah, on the other side, we actually have our Light League champion, St. Alucard, playing in the mid lane, going up against our boy Boost is Success. So hopefully Alucard can show that Plat 4, pretty much Diamond 4, you know, it's the same thing.
It's the same thing. Gold 4, Diamond 4, I mean, they're the same rank, honestly.
Honestly, you know. But anyways, actually talking about the draft that we've got on our plates, we've got St. Alucard about to lock in the Anivia. Super disrespectful since we've already seen Diana and Aurelia locked in. But you do... Oh, that's a good adaptation. Having the safety from the Tom Kench being able to... I mean, it's a little less safe. It's not a basic ability anymore to eat the Anivia. But he still does have the ability to save Anivia. You've got the egg. You've got Morgana, Black Shield. So Anivia will be kind of hard to dive. But at the same time, secretly Acid's team, like, that's the name of the game. Dive, 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 dive.
Now, I would like to talk about who is the jungler for No Compromises. Is it Tom Kench? Is it the Anivia? Are we going back to Morgana jungle and then we're like throwing Lucian support? I'm very concerned about who's playing the jungle position for No Compromises. And then we've got a very tanky lineup from secretly Acid's team. I'm worried about their damage output unless Aurelia and Akaisa gets ahead. It's just they're gonna be unkillable maybe, but they're not gonna be doing any damage through it.
Yeah, and I mean, the set is really concerning, especially if Bleeding Wolves can get that advantage. But you're looking at set going against what is possibly a Tom Kench. Now, I have seen Rutledge practice it. It does seem to make the most sense. Rutledge is capable of playing those marksman top, but it's not really like his forte. But at the same time, we know one of the solo laners has to be going. Oh, wait, no. It has to be.
We don't know what's happening.
It has to be Lucian or Tristana top.
Yeah, if I had to predict, it would be Lucian top, Morgana jungle, probably Anivia mid, Tristana, Tom Kench bot lane. Tom Kench is a really strong tank right now. I just don't think he's a low econ tank. He does kind of require some items to get going, especially once he start hitting those power spikes in the mid game. And in the support, you're getting your second item around the 25-minute mark, so usually not where you want to have a Tom Kench, who does need to get those items to be tanky, unlike some of the other more supportive tanks.
Yeah, Tom Kench scales incredibly well with bonus HP. So getting bonus HP in his build is really valuable. It does suit support well because a lot of the support items naturally come with HP. But at the same time,
Lucian
You're
top.
looking at two ADC lock-ins that want to go all in, and two support potential lock-ins that don't really want to do that. They kind of just want to farm and protect their ADC. Um, but Tristana and Lucian both like to go aggro, so whichever one it is. Granted, I mean, Lucian should in theory do well into lane into Kaisa. Tristana as well, sort of. But I mean, Um, the direct counter is definitely going to be Morgana into Blitzcrank. So that's probably where it's going. And at the same time, Tristana's able to rocket jump buffer out of Blitzcrank hook. So I'd expect Tristana to be the bot lane lock-in and Lucian be the solo lane lock-in, which is kind of what we're seeing here. We're seeing a set going up against a Lucian, which actually is pretty bad news for the set.
Yeah, any sort of ranged matchup is really hard for Seth to play unless he is able to land his E onto them, which of course, the longer range they have, the harder it is to land that E. And for some reason, we do have a Morgana being hovered into a Blitzcrank on Acid. I am expecting that to not be a Blitzcrank jungle. I would like to think Acid is not playing Blitzcrank jungle today in our game too, but maybe you said Morgana counters Blitzcrank. Well, maybe she still counters him in the jungle. I don't know.
Who knows? And we actually see that. We see St. Alucard locking in the Tristana, but I don't think that's where it's going. I think unless we're getting like seriously hard baited right now, like
Nivea
Tristana
Tom
is
Kench bot.
yeah,
Hmm.
yes. Tristana is a Saint or Tristana, sorry, is a Mark staple. He's played it forever. I actually used to play on a team when he used to play a lot of Tristana with him. It was fun. We lost a lot of games, but it was fun.
I mean, I played a lot of board games. I lost a lot of them, but he was fun.
So it does look like Foot and CBR Acid are probably going to trade their champions unless Acid's trolling and is actually going to go bottom lane here. But expect to see that Diana Blitzcrank swapped here.
I
He
mean,
just thought that so.
I would like to think so, but honestly, with the way that this has been going so far, I'm not expecting anything.
Acid's definitely waiting till last second here. We have 3 seconds before he is legally obligated to stay Blitzcrank. Oh my god.
Blitzcrank jungle. Let's see it. All
Wait,
right.
wait, what's going on? What's going on? So wait, Tom Rutledge has the Tom Kench, Baka
Mhm.
has the Lucian. Can Lucian I don't think Lucian clears the junk. Like I'm known
Can he
for
pass?
following so I don't
Ah,
know. So Lucian uh
okay.
I've played so I play a lot of Kaisa jungle, believe it or not. I get it from
Why would you admit that?
a Dutch challenger player named Folt Makalar used to coach a team I played on. He insisted that it's the tech. It's not, but I love playing it because it's really fun, and Kai'Sa is one of my favorite champions. But that doesn't necessarily translate to Blitzcrank very well. Blitzcrank is not going to be able to clear his jungle. So my assumption is that Foot is going into the jungle, and Acid is going support for Waffle Wheel. But at the
I
same
mean,
time, like Blitz can't really do anything to Tristana Morgana.
yeah, this is the problem with the R2 Blitzcrank is the only thing you saw when you locked in Blitzcrank was the Lucian. And then like every pick after that was just no Blitzcrank, no Blitzcrank, no Blitzcrank, no Blitzcrank. And then well, you still gotta put the Blitzcrank somewhere. And if this is what it is on the client, that being the Lucian and the Blitzcrank jungle, which like you're saying, I'm really hoping it's not, then I mean it's just gonna be who dies to a camp first, honestly.
And honestly, this is going to be fantastic fun to cast, regardless of what happens here.
100%.
Uh, honestly, I think the six brand tech here was Rutledge wanted to go. So I think Baka's going to go top. I think Rutledge wants to go Tom Kent's jungle, and he wanted to jungle
Whoa.
against Acid to say, Acid, hold up, you're not even the best jungler on our team. But then Acid's like, you know what? No, I am just gonna waltz my way bot lane. I'm gonna play Blitzcrank support. I'm gonna get smurfed on by two champions that counter me, and I'm gonna let Futsukushi or what was his other name before this? Oh yeah, Pallycraft. Pallycraft is a jungler too, so that makes sense.
Well, we
Alright,
will wait to see what
I'm
happens
confused.
in game 2 tonight, as we will be going into a short break here right before we go in. So make sure you stay tuned. Will it be a Lucian jungle? Will it be a Diana support? Yet to be determined. We'll be right back with the answer. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Game 2 of All-Stars Excellency Summer Split. I am Camcom. Once again, I'm joining you from Mid-League. With me tonight on the desk is Dory. His last name changes every other day, so I'm not even going to try. Dory coming in also from Mid-League, and we have two teams, no compromises. Secretly, Acid's team, who is going to be going against Chocolate Mooncake.
And as we toggle that vision, these teams very clearly have no idea where each other are because they're on opposite sides of the map. So we're going to have to keep a very close eye on where those initial wards come out. I know we've got some Dota players out there, so if you are aware of how the vision mechanics work in that game, you should be aware of how the vision mechanics work in this game. As you place these little vision wards like the one next to Diana, it provides vision where you normally would not have it because the jungle is dark. The jungle is very dark and scary. It's a scary place, and it's a scary place where Team Miracle Run got murdered a lot in their game just now.
It is a very scary place, and no compromise is not having any wards in Secretly Acid's team jungle, whereas they got one on their blue buff. So, if anything, it's just a vision gap from level 1.
Yeah, and if our producer actually zooms in on that ward, zooms in as close as he possibly can, and then zooms out as far as he possibly can, you're going to hear and see. You can almost hear the vision. You can see the colors.
I can definitely hear it from your microphone.
But you actually have Baka doing a fantastic job of kiting the camp around. It's going to reduce the amount of damage that he takes from the camp, allowing him to clear healthily. But Acid actually dropping the BM in all chat saying thank you for the blue at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, we should talk about some of these rule swaps. These were not the original rules that we thought were going to be happening, as of course Acid going to land a hook. Meanwhile, I wanted to talk about Acid playing the support Blitzcrank, not in fact the jungle Blitzcrank. We did see Foot thrown into the jungle on the Diana. Definitely a good pick for him. Meanwhile, on No Compromise's side, you got the jungle Lucian with Ignite. Who needs Flash anyway? We don't need Flash.
Meanwhile, Kiwi's actually... Oh my god, that flash!
The flash hook onto 3S Mark, as well as the Ignite ticking down. It's a nice block of the Kaisa W, and it's going to be just about enough damage to keep 3S Mark alive there.
Oh, Waffle Wheel, what are you doing?
Oh no, they really want this kill. They were watching game 1. They saw that they won bot lane level 1, and so far, they aren't winning at level 1 quite yet. And if anything, Waffle Wheel losing his entire HP bar, but they did
blowing the flash, though.
They did get every single summoner from No Compromises.
All right, that's a good start. That's a good start. Unfortunately, Mark is... We take those. Mark is unfortunately bullied back at level 1. Honestly, you have such little HP that your regen is decent at level 1. Realistically, with 2 health pots, he probably could have afforded... Oh, wait, no, he didn't have those 2 health pots. I'm done. If he had maybe another health pot available to him, like maybe if he got like a level 1 kill or something, he would have had the ability to sustain that up. But he does have to go back, which means this bot lane in general is just like going to be lacking in farm early on, which not going to be huge because pretty much every summoner already got dropped. But Alucard actually going to have Agnivia not popped.
Oh, that was
not
close.
Popped. Alucard smurfing on these guys says, "What league are you from again, Boosting Success? I am Light League champion. I don't care if you're 2 leagues above me. I don't care if you're Diamond. I'm going to smurf all over you with my Ice Bird."
Hey, I mean, it was a very nice flash. It was just unfortunate that the wall was a pixel too high, so it knocked him on the outside of the turret instead of the inside. If he got knocked on the inside, that could have very well been a first blood for Alucard right there.
Now, something I'm interested in is Baka not only is only 1 camp behind, but he's even taking the time to throw vision on the Raptors with little to no concern, and he's going for a CC-less gank on Boosted Success. Now, is it going to do much? Probably not, because Food is right behind him, and he's about to get CC'd. But Alucard coming in might throw down the wall. Let's see if he can do something here.
Yeah, Boosted Success, he's got the fully stacked Irelia. It doesn't even have to get 5 stacks anymore, just the 4 stack fully stacked. But again, like you're saying, not even having to burn any summoners there in that gank, more of just trying to waste the time from the bot lane of Mr. Compromises. Or No Compromises.
Yeah, and what's really awkward here is that the Lucian jungle actually gets away with farming. I'm not sure what he's gonna build that's gonna help him be a jungler, but he certainly can farm. And he can maybe do damage if somebody gets caught out randomly. But the assistance he has from a gank, Rutledge is on a champion that realistically does have the ability to match set, but he doesn't really have the ability to, I guess, substantially influence a gank in a way that Lucian can take advantage of. Especially with Diana as being a really powerful counter ganker, having a lot of damage built into the set Diana combo early. But Acid's actually going to walk up, try to see what he can do here.
Yeah, Baka trying to solo the dragon as a level 4 Lucian jungle. Not going to be really working out too well. As 3S Mark going to be taking his life for it, as well as Baka exhausted, not allowed to move whatsoever, going to be going down as well. Meanwhile, Waffle Wheel, he's forced to run away as Rutledge TP's down, finds himself a kill, but Waffle Wheel looking to turn it back on Mr. Kiwi. One more auto with the flash will find the last amount of damage that he does need. Meanwhile, St. Alucard trying to make it out to the tower, not able to do it with his life, and Rutledge, he's flashed away, he TP'd in, he gets one kill for himself, and he's just gonna go down in the end.
And that cancellation of the W from Tom Kench was fantastic. Bleeding Wolves getting a really good facebreaker. Let's actually go into replay of it. I lied. We're going to watch it again. So this is a very long, extended team fight, so this is going to take a while. So let's break this down. You see that there's TPs available on both sides. Boot doing a very good job of getting his influence on the fight early, but you actually see that the TP priority and the wave push priority does go to the blue side, so they're going to get crushed here, they're going to get collapsed on. However, if you're paying attention to the side of the fight, you have Irelia winning out in the 1v1, able to create a flank, and then on the respawn, St. Alucard's able to actually create a really good... Oh, that's Bleeding Wolf, sorry. Bleeding Wolf's able to get a really good angle. No, Alucard just dies. Bleeding Wolf's actually going to be able to... create opportunities through that teleport placement. So while blue team did get the early start, they didn't get influential teleports and they weren't able to really close out anything. So it made it super easy for Secretly Acid's team to just take advantage. So now you've got the team with the most CC getting the most GG right now, and it's really going to snowball out of control if they're not careful.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Rutledge did have a very good TP there. It was just kind of the rest of his team of No Compromises. Not really, they were really split up throughout the rest of the fight. As now Rutledge, he was going in for a 1v1 on the Bleeding Wolves. And then, of course, in the end, it is never just a 1v1. Baka running up here on the Lucian jungle. Still level 5, though, is forced to kite away. And he will be able to find a kill for himself. Meanwhile, Mr. Kiwi trying to protect his own red buff. Is he even going to be able to make it out? Boost is success. Long range, max range ultimate on the Aurelia there. Able to pick up the kill.
Yeah, the Aurelia using that ultimate. I think it's worth it. Vanguard's Edge isn't the longest cooldown thing in the world, and I mean, that was a relatively good kill. It does bully the support out, makes it so Waffle Wheel has an advantage here getting these plates. I think Waffle's going to be the biggest problem in the game, but I mean...
Oh, no.
What feels bad, too...
Oh no, you can't be here, and the hook lands onto Mr. Kiwi as well. Absolutely disastrous for No Compromises bot lane. 3S Mark is able to flash away from just the last bit of damage, just be able to keep himself alive, but another both summoner spells burned from 3S Mark. He is not allowed to play bot lane anymore.
Yeah, and it's really unfair. Mark has done a relatively good job of not dying, and that's probably what they told him to do at the beginning of the game, right? Like, don't die, don't get hooked, don't get ganked, but that's all going to happen. You're going to get TP'd on. You've got a massive play that created an advantage for Waffle without Mark just sitting here like, guys, I'm just trying to farm. Oh, I just want to farm. But he doesn't get to. So
no,
Waffle
not
Wheel
at all.
Waffle Wheel is able to just like freely get the serrated dirt start. Doesn't even need to go for the Noon Quiver right away. But we actually have the.
He really wants this kill, and he's gonna be able to find a double kill there on the bot lane. Waffle Wheel just about being able to make it out with his life, recalling before his team went for the tower dive. So no shutdown going over the bot quite yet, but he is the most fed member of No Compromises.
And 3's Mark actually saying, is this how Fire Streaks felt last game in the chat? We're only doing it to avenge him. Nothing personnel, kid. 6 teleports behind you. You're stuck getting 20 farm in 10 minutes. Mark, this is tragic.
This
So
is very painful for their bot lane.
So Kiwi and Mark definitely did not watch the last cast. When you have these situations where you're just kind of like stalling out and you're trying to create a freeze, like you're Tristana, you're never getting a freeze. Somehow that hook missed, but it doesn't even matter.
It doesn't even matter as the Morgana Q was landed onto Waffle Wheel and he did not have enough time to get that last on to Mr. Kiwi. His shutdown going over to Baka, but now Baka finally goes down 3 Spark just about able to jump away. There's another kill going over to Mr. Kiwi and boosted success. He does not have the ultimate available. Morgana Q is going to miss. It is St. Alucard finally able to make up for all of his solo deaths in laning phase. There is no CC available for boosted success. And here's the power of the Aurelia. Finds 1 kill onto Mr. Kiwi, and with the power of the egg, boosted success will finally fall.
He didn't even flash the mastery. That was a mastery flash right there. Just Agnivia reviving, flashing the mastery, saying, it's all right, we're going to come back. We've got the scaling on our side. At least in 3 positions we do. But yeah, this game's actually kind of hard to figure out from a scaling perspective. But we'll just go ahead and take a look at the fight real quick while we try to break down what happened. The fight going to come out. Now, Acid does miss the hook, but Kiwi takes a ton of isolated damage before Waffle Wheel actually goes down. This is a really well-placed gank from Baka, but at the same time, you're a champion with literally 0 CC. So you're not really able to get a whole lot done there, but at the same time, being able to get that return kill on a little bit of over-aggression, that's a massive wave. They could have taken advantage of having that wave and used it to get a more clean dive. Your team would have been alive and you would have been able to push this lead a lot harder. But now you're actually looking at a deficit from that play because the team with the scaling champions, the team with Alucard, actually managed to stay even in CS with you, stack his tier, and get a roam gank off, which was a shutdown on a 5-1 Aurelia.
Yeah,
so yes, you got the passive, but ugh.
It was a pretty big shutdown from boosting success. He was able to pick up, I think, 1 or 2 kills for himself before a shutdown went over. But yeah, like you're saying, that 400 shutdown onto Alucard, arguably the most scaling member on No Compromises, is definitely a lot of gold in their pocket that they definitely needed, closing that 2K gold gap to just over 1,000 now.
Yeah, and again, most of that gold gap is the 2,200 gold lead from Waffle Wheel right now. Mark is being forced to farm it out, but at the same time, you're looking at a relatively significant farm gap in the top lane from Rutledge. He's actually keeping Bleeding Wolves from having an impact on the map. That one teleport play he had early is becoming mitigated very quickly. Lucian actually has a relatively good handle on things. Getting the move speed passive from the Gale Force on his next mythic item is going to be pretty useful. Granted, he's not going to have it for a little while. The lower income from jungle is not the greatest for Lucian here. You're an early game champion.
Oh no! Oh no! Waffle Wheel! He's gonna flash away the exhaust! Just about able to keep him alive. But both summoners burned on the Kai'Sa, just going in for a dive all on her own. Really not what Waffle Wheel was looking for there.
Not even close in all chat, everybody. CBR Acid looking for yet another hook for Waffle Wheel. Surviving. That was an incredibly good play. Mark probably could have afforded to use that lethal tempo to get one more auto.
Flash in onto 3S Mark. He is going to be able to flash away, but it doesn't even matter. Waffle Wheel picking up a double for himself. Babaka with the nice TP help from Rutledge finds himself
a look at the collapse coming in.
Lane of secretly Acid's team, and now, like you're saying, this collapse coming in from boosted success. Now it is all Rutledge. He is so tanky on this rally. He's gonna be eaten. He's gonna be thrown out into that ultimate from Alucard, and that's gonna be so far the 3 for 2 in favor of No Compromises. But it is not over. The full-on extended 5v5 here in the bot lane at just 14 minutes in this game will finally be stopped as the recall will be channeled from Baka. Not even going to be throwing that Rift Herald quite yet.
And we're probably going to have to take a second look at that here in just a moment to break it down. But this game is so hectic. It is 2 kills a minute right now, nearly. And just everything's going out of control. So let's just take a look at this real quick. Let's see what Acid does. Acid creates that range gap, manages to use the flash ult to prevent Tristana from buffering out. but it doesn't matter because he used too many abilities while Baka and Rutledge were getting an incredibly good flank off. But at the same time, Alucard is able to detect the roam from Irelia and match it. Being able to match this roam actually prevents a disaster from occurring and makes it so no compromises can stay in the game. Otherwise, this was all secretly Acid's team's fight. It was all their play, and it was going to be a huge situation for them. But you do see the invade coming in. You do see Foot using the opportunity, using the back timers from that fight to get vision deep in the jungle along with Acid and prevent any plays from occurring here. But Acid coming in, possibly going to make it happen.
Wow, that was a really close hook there onto Mr. Kiwi, just about missing. And now Acid, not having Flash, not having Ignite up either, is just going to be falling to yet another kill to Alucard. Now they could be looking to turn it onto Foot there, trying to steal away those chickens, but I don't think they got enough time for it quite yet.
And the Lucian jungle somehow getting away with murder at this point.
Oh no! Oh, that was okay. That was hi.
Oh, I agreed. I shut up. I thought something was about to happen there, but I guess not. I'm pretty excited though. Bleeding Wolves gonna take a Q, and this is huge.
Oh no, Bleeding Wolves, you're not allowed to walk through that little pathway right there. Is Baka somehow being the one to pick up that kill. 7-2-3 on this Lucian jungle, by the way, not even having Flash up. And now Foot, he walked up for a minion. You can't walk up for a minion anymore. Yet another kill going to go over to Alucard. And now Acid again, no hook on these minions. Yes, you died for a relic stack. Is it worth it? I'd say yes.
Mark is back in the game!
Let's go!
Let's get Mark going. He is almost getting Flame Horizon 48 to 128, but he's been involved in taking the tower down mid. He may have lost his tower, but now he's allowed to go back to his bot lane and farm if he wants. And we're able to see exactly what led to him mitigating those losses right here. We've got the setup going on here. Really good control from the blue side. Really good awareness from Kiwi, knowing where that Bleeding Wolves is going to move, getting a good blind Q. But everybody just firing on all cylinders from the side of no compromises says, if I see a CC, I jump on a CC. That's just the way of life. That's how you do it. You get the kill, you kill the guy, and he goes down to St. Alucard. Now, St. Alucard... St. Alucard's positioning on the Anivia is fantastic because he doesn't actually take a tower shot until near the end, and then it's
oh no, but we are immediately into another fight. We have the Cloud Dragon spawn. This is the sole point for the side of Secretly Acid's team if they are able to pick it up, but they're now down in the gold lead as the Q will land onto Waffle Wheel. He is put in the bouncy house. You are not allowed to walk anywhere, Waffle Wheel. He is trying to die into the backline all of his own. Is he able to pop the egg? He is able to, but the rest of his team, the rest of Secretly Acid's team, he is all left alone. Boosted success, not able to find anything else for himself. Triple kill coming out for Rutledge on the top Kench, and the first dragon being taken by no compromises.
And I thoroughly regret making fun of the Lucian jungle. Should it be working? Absolutely not. There's no reason this should be working right now. But Rutledge is smurfing. Alucard is smurfing. Alucard is making a case for all the mid-league teams that need a mid laner for next season, because this guy ain't eligible for that anymore. So everyone keep your eyes on the bird. Keep your eyes on the Anivia. This guy is making an absolute case for himself, playing against boosted success, which in his own rights is a Diamond 4 mid laner, is a really strong mid laner, a consistent mid laner, and at the same time. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and show this and show exactly why that's the case. CBR Acid trying to land these hooks, trying to be influential, but he's not able to create an opportunity, and he has his side wave pushed in, he has his mid wave pushed in. So this is a free jump for Rutledge, and we're actually gonna move back. We actually have a fight going down.
I mean, we were trying to watch a replay, man, and I think they heard us in the game. They heard we were trying to look at what was happening, and they just decided, nope, we're going right back to the action. It was only a 2-for-2, but this 2-for-2 getting a few more kills onto the Tristana, onto the Anivia, getting these scaling picks up ahead for no compromises, and again, Waffle Wheel almost able to find the 1-for-1 there in the 1v2, but not quite as the heal comes out just to save St. Alucard's life.
That clutch heal. Alucard had to have mentioned that his passive wasn't up or he was paying attention, because that heal was absolutely perfect.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure Alucard was clenched a little bit, but, you know, it's fine. It's fine. He lived. And Mark is actually taking this massive CS discrepancy and becoming the most useful Tristana you've ever seen with 56 CS.
Hey man, if you can land your W ultimate onto someone as important as Waffle Wheel as he did there, as that hey, that's what I was talking about in solo queue. Your Blitzcrank will throw the hook 180 degrees where you actually want it. That is a perfect representation. And thank you, Acid, for giving us an exact diagram of what I expect from my supports in solo queue. Now, Rutledge, we're going in for yet another tower dive onto Bleeding Wolves. Is he able to turn it back around onto Baka, being spit out under his own tower? Not enough damage for him. Rutledge picked up yet another kill up there in the top lane.
And keep your eyes peeled, everybody, because this Tahm Kench is going to be massive. This is going to be an absolutely disgusting pick if it's not addressed. I'm not even going to talk about that because that was just a deletion. But this Tahm Kench, man, tanky boy, he never dies. He never dies. He never has any problems. And I honestly just absolutely love the pick right now. Its mobility definitely got the help from the W. While the ultimate does still provide the same utility it used to as a support, it just makes him a lot more capable of influencing the game in a more forward arcing fashion. It makes him kind of like more of like a Vanguard instead of being like a pure support Warden Stolly boy. And honestly, it's just so hard to kill him. It's so good into all these melee matchups, and it definitely has the potential to change the top lane meta, and Rutledge is kind of proving why here.
Yes, the Wordy Stolly Boy is the official Riot name for the Tahm Kench. That is what they actually named him in the client. So I am glad that we were reminded of that. Thank you, Dory. Is now he is a tank. He is unkillable. He's also a split pushing menace up there in the top lane. As he does have those, I think, Anthemus chains and another item that I can also never remember the name of, Frostfire, but. When will he have the Hull Breaker is the question.
Yeah. Oh, I don't even know if Tom needs it. It would be hilarious, but Anthema's Chains is Kiwikism using ult.
Yeah, Kiwikism, he is going to burn that Flash and that Zonya's, but there is just so much damage from Waffle. He's got the killer instinct. He's gonna use it to go in, but now through his mark, autoing down, trying to find any damage on the 63 CS Tristana right here, and he is going to be able to flash away from that one. Now sitting very pretty, lots of gold on this Tristana pick that throughout laning phase was not allowed to play League of Legends.
And this game is absolutely crazy. The gold lead being even means that the 2 for 2 is pretty much my words, I can't cast. Oh God.
Interesting insight.
Sorry, this is the most professional casting you've ever seen. So shout out to the Dota guy for making it. Let's go to a replay real quick. Let's talk about what happened, and maybe I can find some words for it. Oh, it's gonna render? Is it rendering? It's rendering! Look at Kiwikism going for the ultimate. Only tags one person though, and honestly, Morgana is a little bit frail getting that Zonya's off a little bit too early. But at the same time, Mark is auto-spacing incredibly well in the back end of that fight, able to actually get enough DPS to take down 2 champions at the same time, and being able to turn what is a really bad situation into a good situation so quickly is totally fine. But you do see the setup coming out from the river right now. You see the TP coming in from Aurelia, so we're about to see a huge fight for this 4th dragon coming out.
Oh yeah, this is the sole point for Secretly Ass's team if they are able to find it, as Rutledge going in with that Tahm Kench Q. Huge CC coming out from Bump, but not enough damage as now Boosted Success found himself into the backline, finds himself a double kill, but meanwhile the backline of his own team, Bleeding Wolves being taken out 3 as Mark, of course, playing a mini game of Frogger on this Tristana. Boosted Success being walled in. Unfortunately, Tristana jumps into melee range of the Aurelia, will be falling down. Triple kill for Boosted Success right before he falls. Is now Acid. No flash available on the Blitzcrank. Will fall, as in the end it is the ace for no compromises, and the second Cloud Dragon being taken by them as well.
And I just don't know what to say at this point. We're going to have to take a second look to break it down, because these fights, again, are just crazy. They're just constant action going on. But the real thing that I want to talk about in this fight is the zone control created by this Tahm Kench. the champion is able to prevent anybody from entering his domain here, and the Anivia wall is able to do the same. So these just forcing summoner spells and kind of splitting the fight into two, Anivia is able to get off constant DPS with her ultimate and able to get ignored completely. You see the Irelia kind of like split off and ignore St. Alucard in exchange for going to finish off the Morgana, which the Morgana had used her spell rotation. There was nothing she was going to do for the rest of the fight, but you've got the Anivia and the Tahm Kench just splitting up the fight and being able to individually just survive with full HP. That is not allowed. You cannot let that happen.
Yeah, and that is the power of the tanky Tahm Kench. I forgot what the official nickname is for it, but I'm very sorry about that. But meanwhile, another blown up onto acid. He is going to die on repeat up until his flash hammer comes, and then he gets to survive for at least one pick. Meanwhile, the tanky bot laners 1v1ing it down there as the dragon, or not the dragon, the bigger dragon, the big purple dragon is going to be taken by no compromises.
But yeah, this game is just getting flipped on top of its head, and the longer it goes, the longer Rutledge is allowed to get tanky, the longer Alucard is allowed to scale. That DPS is just absolutely insane, and Baka is just gonna straight up gun
Oh
Diana
no,
down.
Will. Oh no, he's gonna go for it. How much damage does he have? He's picked up one, he's flashed out. Can he pick up another with the killer instinct? Enough damage, almost able to pick up two as he went in. He really wanted it there, man. He really wanted it.
And let's talk about the fact that Waffle Wheel is out here to have fun. Let's just talk about how much fun he's having.
100%. And meanwhile, Acid, he's also having a little bit too much fun here. Send 2 and 12 on the split screen right here.
But yeah, this game is getting a little bit out of control. It did look really bad at first. Like, we saw Waffle Wheel getting so far ahead, and the fact that they weren't able to close it out in the same way that the team was last game really shows to the resilience of our boy Threes Mark, the mental fortitude of our Tristana.
He tried to flash the Morgana Q, and instead he flashed right into it, and also missing that moonfall. Very unfortunate for Foot. You saw it. You saw it in his eyes. He wanted the double kill. It just was just out of his reach.
And you know, I was making fun of again. I'm sorry for making fun of the Lucian jungle. I said he has no CC. Well, now he's got a Shirelda's Grudge.
Yeah, come on, man. Come on, Dora. You gotta catch up here.
Yeah, he's got CC. He's got a slow on his ultimate. It's just like pow, 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 and you can't move. You know, you can't move for a solid however long the ultimate lasts. How long does that ultimate last?
Too long.
3 seconds. That's 3 seconds of slows. And a lot of damage just going straight to your face, man. You got the Gale Force and the E to help you reposition. You've even got Flash if you're feeling especially greedy. And just Baka proving that ADCs can be junglers if they want to be. Maybe just losing in lane and being a sad little ADC getting ganked by 4 people. You know, I don't want to do that anymore. I want to go to the jungle. I don't want to be bullied anymore.
Thank you, Acid, for giving us another demonstration of Hook going 180 degrees in the other direction. I appreciate it very much. Thank you, thank you.
He's really just trying to be a helpful support. Like, maybe he's thinking he's clicking the shield on Waffle Wheel, and he's just using the champion portraits to shoot it. So that's why.
Yeah, there's 100% big brain move from Acid. That was what we were hoping to see tonight in our All-Stars.
For those of you who didn't know, on Champions, when you target your teammates, you can click on the champion portrait to target them. It works really well when I play
Shield Champions, and that's about it.
Shield Champions, yeah, Shield Champions. I was trying to find a really clever way to work in the fact that I use the mythic item on Lulu that you don't like. But then, as a brilliant caster, I forgot what it was called in the moment.
Shirelius?
Yeah, that one. The best one.
I like how that's how you know it as. You don't know it as Shirelius, you just know it as the item that I hate.
The item that Camcom hates. And by the way, Mark's dead. So that's unfortunate. Rutledge never dies also.
I mean, a lot of people are dead right here.
Yeah, 4 people are dead, and amongst them is Mark, but he died for the cause. So salute your men while Baka and Rutledge just run through the top lane here.
Yeah, is Foot going to be going in for the 1v4? No flash, no ultimate available on this Diana. I mean, honestly, this looks like an end angle from No Compromise because there's only one member left. It's only a lone Diana. How much damage could she possibly do as Rutledge? He is going to go in as Baka, taking down 700 shutdown to Foot, but doesn't even matter if the Nexus is gone, as we will see No Compromises taking on Chocolate Mooncake in the finals of our Allstars tonight. But of course, the game is never over until the Nexus is down. Rutledge, few more autos on the frog there. Will finally find the Nexus.
Rutledge is a hero. Rutledge is the hero that we all deserve. Because some of us want to go to bed. No, I'm kidding. That was a fantastic game. That was a fantastic game across the board. And honestly, I'm surprised. Kiwi hitting that 10 death power spike this game, but not as good as Acid. Acid proving
no one can beat us.
As fantastic of a jungler as he is, he should stay there.
Meanwhile, Baka proving who needs an AD carry when you've got a Lucian jungle on your team. I mean, honestly, junglers. Just swap your AD carry to the jungle. That's what we've taken away from our game 2 tonight.
Honestly, and that's going to surprise me because now we have the meme team versus the sweat team, right? Like we got the team that's just like, I'm going to draft full meta and we're going to take this seriously and we're going to take the prize that definitely doesn't exist. But they've been told there's chocolate mooncake at the end of this rainbow,
and they're gunning for
it. After it. They're after it. They're ready to take this stuff. But yeah, really good game from the side of No Compromises. Yeah, Saint Alucard again making his statement for why he should be in mid league next season. Maybe he can replace Frosty 5. I don't know. Maybe Rutledge liked him enough to replace Frosty.
Big words coming out from Dory today, but we've still got one more game on our hands. Will Alucard be able to prove himself to Rutledge in our game 3 between No Compromises and Chocolate Mooncake? Make sure you come back after the short break to find out.